Hello, everyone, and welcome into the DAF Media Network. In store tonight is some of the best high school field hockey you're going to get between two top 20 nationally ranked teams, the Staples Wreckers and the Darien Blue Wave. I'm Owen Heffron, joined alongside Catherine Vanderzee for this one. Catherine, we've done a few of Darien games. First time Staples is coming in to DHS since 2 years ago. They played last year at Staples. Staples coming away with a victory in that one. In these teams, it's a big rivalry. Usually it's Darien, New Canaan, and Staples, Greenwich, but when it comes to field hockey, it's these two teams.
Yeah, definitely. They're a very good matchup. Both of them played at a tournament in Villanova this past weekend where Staples won 2 of their games and Darien won 1 of them. Very good team, very good players on both sides. Yeah, it's going to be a very good game, very competitive. These two teams have faced off a bunch, and they've really only ever lost to each other. They're very dominant teams.
Now, the only Connecticut team to beat Darien since 2021 is Staples. The only Connecticut team to beat Staples since 2022 is Darien. Really no other matchup in the FCIAC like this one. Staples, Ella Ladenko, the captain, will try to lift it to start. And this may be a lot different than the games that Darien and Staples are used to seeing. Staples has played in a few close ones. Darien, actually, they're not winless, of course. They are 5-1-1. They tied against Wilton 0-0. So the defense very strong for Darien. Just have to work on scoring, which is going to be tough to get past that Staples defense of Paige Kinesic in net. An early turnover out front. Looks like Tess Hagany starting in net for Darien instead of Ella Cherenek, the Bowdoin commit. Anna Dewar on the near side, one of the captains, has this one taken away by Leah Larrett, the Northwestern commit. She's a junior trying to get it up to Daisy Hackett, her fellow junior. Northwestern currently sits atop the #1 spot on the NCAA field hockey rankings.
Darien trying to clear it out of their circle.
Something that Staples likes to do a lot is put that pressure on. Here's a long pass down to Gromelski. Doesn't seem like she will get there. Gromelski been the high scorer on this Darien offense. Very dangerous inside the circle. Recently committed to Yale for lacrosse. 3-sport athlete also playing ice hockey in the winter. And starting on varsity on all of them as of last year as a sophomore. Dewar trying to strike it down the side.
Gromelski bringing it in. Both of these teams having really good ball movement so far in this game. Trying to find something, but both of them also have very good defenses, so this will definitely be interesting for them.
Yeah, the Staples led by Captain Ella Ladenko. The Dickinson commit, Darien trying to keep the pressure on, but Staples with a nice clear. Possession turns over.
Staples trying to find a teammate.
That's Mary Stevens, the Georgetown commit, and one of the senior captains on this team. That one might have glanced off a foot there. Libby Meyer. Trying to work around is Katie Larrett, the freshman and the sister of Leah Larrett. We'll have a foot in our first corner in this one. Catherine Cirasulo, one of the captains, to insert on this one. She did all of the Wreckers inserting when they played against Darien last year. First chance to put one in. Ladenko at the top, getting it over to Leah Larrett. Larrett working around the side. It rolls to the back of the end line. Darien with a successful stop on the first penalty corner of the game.
Yeah, very strong defending by Darien on that one.
Ava Schneeberger, the sophomore, will bring it over to
Sophie Beach.
Sophie Beach, playing that backside, and the senior Lulia Scahadillo. Thena Ogle on the far side. A lot of these players on Darien and Staples play at the same clubs together, so they do know each other. Whether that is AGH or one of the many other field hockey clubs around the area. Gromelski with a good takeaway there.
Bach fighting with Catherine Kirisulo.
That's Shannon Bach, the junior, in the Boston College commit, where she will join her sister Kate, who's currently a freshman playing field hockey there. Was a captain on this Wave team last year. Cirasulo with a free position for the Wreckers. Just have to spot it. She'll go back to the 50 and leave it for Audrey Ziegler, coming back from an injury from last year. Slap this one over to Taya Osgen, the younger sister of Tyla, who's now a freshman playing field hockey at Stanford.
Duart trying to find something along the sideline.
Trying to poke it down to Bach, but it was cut off by Osgen. Osgen with a high drive, might have gone a little too high. It was right in front of Mary Stevens, but they blow the whistle, Blue Wave possession.
Duart taking it in for Darien. Schneeberger looking for someone.
Trying to be batted around. Knocked down, look at a whistle. Welch will bring it back to Schneeberger. We go all the way back to Beach. Moved up to Meyer.
Franchetti looking for Bach, but it'll just be taken away by Staples.
Franchetti, also another junior, recently committed for lacrosse. I went to Villanova, where, as you mentioned in the open, Catherine, both these teams spent their weekends playing some out-of-state squads. Darien, the offensive end. They went 1-1 over that weekend. They beat Manheim Township 2-0, and then lost to Mount St. Joseph Academy by the score of 4-2.
Jessica Hideo looking for someone. And she'll find Ogle.
Ogle on the far side. Trying to get past those white shirts. Franchetti is in there as well, but some sticks collide. Staples forces the turnover.
Strong drive by the Staples defender. Now they'll look to flip the game and get into Darien's circle.
Good counterattack here from the Wreckers. They're getting way inside. Duart trying to push the ball out. It's Emily Russell for Staples. Cirasulo from the 25 looking for Russell again, but it rolls too far and out.
Some very strong defending by Darien on that last play.
Darien backed up on their own end. This is where Staples really dominates, like I mentioned. They're able to put the pressure on and force turnovers, and they do right there. That one's Katie Larrett. And that one nearly got in
just
past Hagney.
Off the post. Bach now with the ball, looking for someone.
It's a lucky break for Darien. Another good turnover from Staples. They have possession. Into the circle they go. Hackett.
Great defending by Eska Hideo. And she'll find Bach, and Bach looking for someone.
Bach's going to drive it.
She was looking for Franchetti, but was picked up by Staples.
It's number 8, Catherine Cirasulo, fighting with Gramelski for it. And now Taya Osgen will go back. Ladenko goes across. Now Franchetti applying the pressure.
Picked up by Ogle.
Good pressure from Darien.
Ogle looking for something. She'll find Bach. Will be picked up by Staples, though.
Wave had numbers for a second. Now they're in a good position. Bach going to her right. And it's Anna Duart. Duart along the end line, flicks it into the circle. Look for Gramelski here. And it's stopped out front. Good defense, as well as Paige Knesich coming up big there. And it forces a turnover. Staples ball. Is a new addition to the varsity roster. It's the sophomore Chiwe Dogavitas, Number 20 will go back with it. Beach trying to get it through traffic, but is unsuccessful. That's Russell.
Stolen by Duart, but it'll still be Staples' ball.
Russell turns it over. Schneeberger's got to keep it on the stick, looking for Duart. Russell taken away from Duart. But a foul and a free position for Darien.
Duart trying to switch the field.
Something that both these teams excel at outside of
Great ball movement by Darien.
the field of play is the coaching staff with Mo Minikis and Ian Tapsell. Mo Minikis, of course, in her 26th year for Darien. And Ian Tapsell, the great field hockey player out in the UK, and now coming over here and coaching at the high school level, has brought Staples nothing but success, coming off of 2 straight state championships. Beating Darien in both of those. Russell trying to ground Duart, unsuccessful, taken away by Welch, looking for Bach. Bach extends the stick, but Ledenko gets there first. Darien will keep it, however, with some contact. Shannon Bach going to try to send this one in the circle.
Trying to find someone. Possibly get a foot to get a corner, and she will succeed, and it'll be a Darien corner.
First one of the day for the Blue Wave. Staples defense going to have to face their toughest task yet. Have to keep one out of the net. Four minutes and 15 seconds and counting. Shannon Bach, the junior, will insert. She was a member of the Rudin Report top 15 players to watch before the season started. So was the goalie she's trying to score on, Paige Knesich. They get it into Ogle. Ogle looking down low, blocked out front, and they'll do it again. Another foot.
Great job by the Staples Flyer, though. Just really got out there really quickly to stop the play by Darien.
Buck again on the end line. No change to Ogle again.
Again,
Might have
blocked.
glanced off a foot. No. Knesich gets down to the ground, keeps the feet out, and gets the stop.
Great job by Staples defending on that last play. Again, a really good job by their Flyer, just getting out and stopping the ball.
Ogle on the far side.
Back to Meyer. Meyer looking for someone. She'll find a foot of a defender.
It's Oakley Wilson for the Wreckers. Schneeberger going to go back on her own end. Sophie Beach, the ice hockey player and the winner, looking for an open teammate but can't find one. Goes over to Larrett, and Duart takes it away.
Duart trying to drive it into the circle.
Stays on her stick. Misplayed by Welch.
That'll be Staples' ball.
2 minutes and change.
Meyer trying to find Franchetti. Just a little bit too strong on that.
Darien not connecting on the passes that they need to be connecting on right now. Maybe a chance for Staples with 2 minutes to go. But that Darien pressure too much.
We'll find Duart. Duart looking for someone, taking it down.
There's Duart into the circle. Gromelsky out
Gromelsky.
front. Knesich gets a pad on it. Again out front. It's lifted and over. Knesich in front.
Darien still fighting. Ogle looking for someone.
Great defense there by the Wreckers. And their goaltender, Knesich. Ogle going over to her fellow junior, Welch. Darien will go back, look to reset. A long drive down in. Adriana Gromelsky, the closest player there, and Staples will just hit it out. Less than 90 seconds to go. Into Duart
Duart trying to find something.
in the corner along the end line.
It'll still be Darien ball.
Darien with a minute to score. Of course, if they are able to force a penalty corner and the clock expires, they'll have enough time to do it.
Franchetti looking to do something.
Maybe expecting a reverse hit there. Staples getting the sticks down. A high shot there, but they'll get a corner called. Thought it might have hit off the head of a Staples defender. But now there's a penalty corner, and the clock will continue to run, as I mentioned. Third one of this first quarter.
Will Darien find success on this play?
And that's what we'll have to see. Bach went to Ogle both times before. Catherine, you expect the same thing this time?
I think they probably will switch it up, and it looks like they'll get it out to Beach.
You were right, and it's blocked out front. Oh, they whiff on the clear. A shot.
It'll just go.
Just wide, it looks like.
Yeah.
And so Staples comes up with a big stop towards the end of the first. A near unforced error there on the whiff on the clear. Gromelski sent it wide left. Here's Ledenko. Just going to lift it and run this clock out. So it is 0-0 at the end of one. A defensive game with Darien dominating possession, but some big stops by the Wreckers on the defensive side. Thank you for watching the DAF Media Network. This production brought to you with support from Terry and Nancy McGraw. I'm Owen Heffron, joined alongside Catherine Vanderzee. We'll be right back for quarter number 2.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Owen Heffron and Catherine Vanderzee back on the DAF Media Network. 0-0 at the end of one between the Staples Wreckers and the home team Darien Blue Wave. First quarter saw a lot of defensive stops. Staples coming up big on the penalty corners. Darien had 3 of them and came up unsuccessful each time.
Yeah, both teams looking very strong so far in this game. Definitely putting pressure on each other's defenses and having some really good plays. Just couple of missed shots and just strong defending from the opposing team.
There's Ogle in her own end. Darien, the team in black, going from left to right. And Staples, the team in white, going from right to left. Staples on the far side here.
Looking for something.
Minute gone already in the second quarter. Like I mentioned, this is going to be definitely a defensive matchup. Darien is a team that's, at least this season, used to scoring about just under 4 goals a game and allowing less than 1.
Gromelski looking for something.
And Staples is the same way. They don't allow many goals. Right out in front of Kinesic. Gromelski goes back, and it's in.
What a goal for Darien. Very strong ball movement by the Darien team and totally caught the Staples defenders off guard, leaving Kinesic on her own in goal.
Excuse me, it wasn't Gromelski. It was Gromelski to finish. It was Avery Little giving it away to Gromelski, and Darien gets on the board first. Staples now, looking to respond. Gromelski, I think it's safe to say, Darien's leading scorer this season. She scored against Staples the last time they faced off as well. She's another member of that Rune Report 15 players to watch. Another chance for Kinesic to make a stop. Another chance for Darien to score. Getting over to Dewart. Kinesic makes the save. Another save, and it goes out. Back-to-back saves from Kinesic.
She's flying all over the place. Just what great defending by her. I mean, that was a very heated 10 seconds for both teams.
That's how you make up for allowing a goal. And now a penalty corner for Darien. Kinesic trying to plead her case to the ref. Not a fan of that call. Bach to bring it in again. We've seen her go to Ogle, but we've also seen her switch it up.
It'll go to Beach again.
Bach looking for Gromelski.
Great clear by Staples.
There's Ogle. Mary Stevens trying to clear for the Wreckers.
Ogle trying to find something, but she keeps on finding the Staples player's sticks. A little bit of contact there.
Meyer falling down to the turf.
Bach looking for something. She'll find Ogle. Ogle.
Flipped out in front. Kinesic, a diving kick. Back around. Can't get through the defense. Kinesic again getting across the crease.
Great saves by Kinesic. It's definitely, Darien's definitely turning up the heat right now on the Staple defense, and they're definitely meeting them right there with some excellent defending.
Yeah, they're getting through the defense with ease. It's up to Kinesic at the final spot in order to make those saves. And she has. Of course, you put that much pressure on something that's going to crack again out in front of Kinesic. This time it'll roll out of the end line after being deflected by a Wrecker. Or no, they'll say it is. The ref is signaling for Wrecker's ball, I thought, but maybe not. Either way, Meyer will go back to Schneeberger. Schneeberger hits it off the foot of Mary Stevens, so Darien keeps Schneeberger all the way across.
Finding Ogle. Ogle looking for something. Taking it into the circle, trying to find someone, but Staples once again coming up with a clear.
It's Leah Larrett, the Northwestern commit. Recently announced her verbal commitment to play with them. Staples just hasn't able to get to go past that Darien kind of ride. As soon as they get the ball on their stick, Darien is putting the pressure on, which is something Staples does a lot, and they're not really used to that happening to them. Under 10 minutes left to go before we reach halftime.
Looking for something.
Staples takeaway finally. We might see the ball cross the 50 in the Wreckers' favor for the first time in this quarter. Ledenko trying to get it away, and that one is poorly done. Gromelski picks it up. They'll get it right back. A good lift right in front of Kinesic, who comes diving in. It gets around, but a corner is called.
Yeah, Kinesic has definitely been a top kind of playmaker for Staples this quarter. coming up with a bunch of saves for them. But Darien has just continued to pressure and pressure the Staples defense, and they were successful this quarter by getting their one goal.
Yeah, Knesset, fourth year on varsity, third year starting in the net. Last year didn't allow more than 3 goals in a game. She's being tested yet again. Penalty corner after penalty corner as Bach inserts to Ogle. It's blocked out front. It's a foot, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, Darien keeps on being met by the Staples Flyer, and just have found it kind of difficult to start their play for their corner. It'll be Bach again, inserting for Darien.
First insert from the near side.
She'll go to Duarte. Duarte looking for someone.
A kick from Knesset. Another lift. Knesset gets in front. Another time.
Bach.
Crawling on the ground. Bach looking for anything. Rolls out the back of the end line. They're going to have to do it another time. Knesset is everywhere across making the saves, but unable to switch possession around. Bach will do it on the near side again.
Bach to Duarte once again. Duarte
Lifting in for Gromelski, but it is too high, and so finally Staples will switch the position. They just need to get it out of their own end if they want a chance here. Ledenko, the Dickinson commit, and the captain.
Staples using their right sideline, trying to find something and kind of switch their momentum up for this game.
It's Mary Stevens, committed to Georgetown, as I mentioned, out front for Hackett. Stevens trying to keep it on her stick in the circle. Going to bat it out to Larrett.
Welch defending, trying to do something.
Larrett backing up, wanted a hit there. Go inside Russell. For the records, getting the stick down. Russell just going to try to slap one towards the net unsuccessfully. Roll out the end line. A good defensive stand from the Wave.
It'll be Beach to clear, for Darien. Out to Ogle. Ogle finding some high pressure.
That's the freshman, Katie Larrett, trying to get up in the face of Athena Ogle.
Bach on the sideline. Working to get around these Staples defenders, but she'll be unsuccessful, and it'll be a Staples ball.
Audrey Ziegler on the far side. Trying to drive it down the field. They get a little bit here.
Staples looking for something.
Ball pops free backwards, and possession will flip. Less than 6 minutes to go before we reach the halfway point in this one.
Some good ball movement from Darien. It'll be Duarte on the sideline trying to find something. Staples once again picking it up.
Good takeaway from the Wreckers. Leah Larrett getting it down the field. Stevens was the intended receiver of that pass. Darien working their way into the circle. Bach going to try it. It's high and off the side of the cage. That was a beautiful shot from Shannon Bach. Ledenko, she'll lift this one parallel to her.
It'll be blocked by it. Oh, never mind.
I thought the same thing you did. I thought maybe there was not a bounds or something. They were looking to switch sides, but no. Darien has really had the possession in this game so far.
Ogle trying to do something. But once again, both these teams very strong defenders on both sides, just making it super difficult for each other to kind of find some space to work and get the ball around.
And this game could absolutely end 1-0 as well with the amount of defense that we've seen. Here's Staples with a good chance. 4 minutes left to go. Good drive from the captain, Ella Ledenko, to get this possession started.
Duarte.
Complaining about maybe a stick or a ball to the leg.
Yeah, it looked like somebody's stick got stuck in her her shin guard right there.
It's Osgen, a bouncing ball into the circle.
Schneeberger clearing it to Duarte. Duarte trying to do something. She'll pass it to Welch. Welch fighting through 2 defenders.
Gromelski with a good clear. We'll get it back to the Staples 40. Sticks collide, free position. Recker's looking to make a run. Up to Daisy Hackett, wearing number 2, the same number that her sister wore last year. Into the circle now, Haggany going to kick it away. Clear the danger that time from the captain goaltender. 2 out of 3 captains for Darien are goalkeepers between Tess Haggany and Ella Cherenek. This is not a very senior-heavy squad as we've seen in recent years. That's a big wallop towards the net. And it goes wide to the left. Haggany watches it go by. Under 3 minutes to go.
Beach to Schneeberger. Schneeberger to Duarte. Duarte
Along the sideline, Russell gets the stick in front.
utilizing it.
Good takeaway from Leah Larrett. Stevens carving through the defense, but has herself pickpocketed, although it looks like we're going to get a corner. First one for Staples since the first quarter, and early in the first quarter, that is.
Yeah, it looked like Ogle was a little bit upset with that call. But it'll be a Staples corner.
2 minutes and change. As I mentioned before, if the clock expires while a corner is taking place, and this corner can go on and on and on again until they either score or Darien makes a stop. They will keep going until one of the 2 things happens. They insert it up high. Larrett whipping one, and it goes wide right.
Yeah, Haggany was far out of the cage on that play. And thankfully that ball went just wide, but that could have gone very poorly for the Darien defense with really no one behind Haggany to prevent the ball from going in. But once again, Darien coming up with a save.
And that's when you got to question the differing goalie strategies. You know, it's so hard to try to know what to do in the situation. Do you stay back, try to see the ball through, or do you come out, try to cut the angle off? That time was able to get by Haggany, but it goes wide. Luckily for Darien. Staples still in the circle, reverse hit, high and wide again. Staples getting the shots they need, but not being able to finish. 1 minute just about to go. Darien has it. Staples needs to apply the pressure like Darien has been doing so far this game. Most likely to be Duarte. We will see the captain here. And a good takeaway from Emily Russell. Be huge if Staples could draw a foot here for a corner. I think that's what they were trying to do, but good job from Schneeberger getting her feet out of the way. 45 seconds to go, driving it towards Gromelski.
It'll be off of a Staples stick and Darien ball. Once again, Duarte on the sideline for Darien.
30 seconds. Look for the wave to work fast here. A long drive.
Will she find Franchetti and it'll just go long for Darien?
20 seconds. Staples could try to work some magic here. I don't know if they will. Doesn't look like they're trying to work fast. But you never know. Stevens was trying to get that one over to Larrett. Or excuse me. That's Ava Pattinson, sister of the backup goaltender. 3 seconds left. Darien takes it away. And the halftime buzzer sounds 1-0 the score. We're halfway through with Adriana Gromelski putting one past Paige Kadesic, and it would be more if not for the Staples goalkeeper flying across the crease and making the saves. It's 7-minute halftime. Strong defense from Darien has kept it at a 1-0 deficit. Owen Heffer on Catherine Vandersdee on the DAF Media Network. We'll be right back for the second half.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media. Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Back on the DAF Media Network for the second half of this one between the number 18 nationally ranked Darien Blue Wave and the number 16 nationally ranked Staples Wreckers. Excuse me. This Darien team is ranked second in the Northeast as well nationally, only behind Staples. So two very, very talented teams. We brought it up time and time again. 1-0 only goal from Adriana Gromelski. Coming in that second quarter, she tries a long drive now, trying to squeak it through the Staples defense. A good clear that time.
Yeah, both these teams have been playing really well this game, especially in the last half. Darien was very dominant, especially in the second quarter with being in Staples' half, but they only conceded 1 goal so far after many, many attempts on them and some amazing saves by their goalie, Paige Kinesic. So I feel like Staples might have a chance to tie the game, especially just coming out of halftime and possibly having some new energy to try and challenge Darien.
Of course, yeah, they looked hyped up in their huddle. Of course, head coach Ian Tapsell going to make adjustments, but so is Mo Minikis. Kinesic really the only reason why this deficit is only 1 for the Wreckers, and El Cherenek still on the sideline for Darien. Tess Hagany staying in net, which is interesting. Usually we see a halftime swap with Cherenek starting and then Hagany coming in for the second half. We might not see Cherenek at all. The Bowdoin commit going to play field hockey the next level, and now Hagany will be the one to get tested on this penalty corner about a minute and a half into quarter number 3.
Yeah, definitely interesting strategy by Darien, but you know what? Whatever works for their team works for their team, and they've been successful so far in this game. So, no, we will see. And especially on this corner where they will be tested by Staples.
Yeah, I'm not one to question the coaching tactics of Mo Minikis in her 26th year. The captain, Catherine Cirasulo, on the insert. Lara goes down low and sneaks it in.
Yeah, what a great corner for Staples. Like I said, they definitely turned it around in this half. Good response to the dominance of Darien in that second quarter.
It's the Northwestern commit, Leah Larrett receiving it, getting it in, and Haggany extending the left leg. Not far enough. We're all notched at one apiece. You mentioned it, Catherine. They could get back into it, and they do.
Bach trying to find something. How will Darien respond to this Staples goal?
Leah Larrett, probably safe to say one of the best players on the field, one of the best players in her class, top 50 in the class of 2027 in the national rankings. So the junior gets on the board. Another chance for Darien to look right back, though. Ogle, a deflection out front. Knesic makes the save.
Bach still holding on to the ball, but it'll be cleared by Staples. It'll be Darien ball.
Ava Pattinson, the freshman, and sister of the backup goaltender, the senior Olivia Pattinson, might hit off her hand. A great job by Knesic on the deflection. Getting up there and making the save. Mary Stevens trying to chase this one down. It's poked by Beach. So some almost danger there.
Great job by Beach, being that last line of defense for Darien as the sweeper. And she definitely did her job. And it'll be Darien ball on this left sideline for them.
Shiwe Dogovitis going on the near side, a drive that is turned over. But Shannon Bach right there. Over a foul is called. And another whistle. Cirasulo will leave this one for Audrey Ziegler, second-year varsity player.
She'll whiff it.
And Bach taking advantage of it.
Staples trying to find something.
There's Stevens getting away to the lone goal scorer, Leah Larrett. And two commits.
Using the sideline.
Stevens out front. A chance. We'll get a whistle and a turnover. It was almost dangerous. Haggany being tested again in net.
Yeah, Darien has definitely got to make sure that they're marking up on our girls. On that last play, they were very heavy on their left side defending Staples, leaving almost 3 players open for Wilton on the other side, on their right side.
Gromelski comes up empty there, only getting the turf. She's able to use the speed and get the ball back anyways.
She's still going.
Making her way through the wreckers, and finally she has it taken away. About 3 lines of defense later.
Yeah, she has definitely been the kind of energy and momentum for this Darien team of making some plays for them and kind of getting the ball into the circle. But here's Bach fighting with 2 Staples defenders. Again, another player just trying to make some plays for Darien.
Under 10 minutes left to go. Schneeberg on the far side. That one's popped up.
Welch. She'll find Ogle.
Ogle on the left side.
Ogle to Franchetti. Franchetti trying to find someone.
Dogovitis looking to go into the circle. Cirasulo. She had an open player. That was Katie Larrett, younger sister of Leah.
It'll be Dogovitis again for Darien, but it'll go to Mary Stevens. And Bach again.
Bach, great stick handling.
Being double teamed by Staples.
Keeping possession. I think drew some contact there. 9 minutes to go. You're watching on the DAF Media Network. Production brought to you with support from Terry and Nancy McGraw. Bach backing up in the offensive end.
Ogle.
That one went off a foot. It looked like Ava Pattinson knew it as well. Kind of gave up on the play the second it hit a foot.
Yeah, Darien trying to respond to the Staples goal and get it into their circle, but they'll be unsuccessful. Staples has definitely come out of this half with some new energy, and Darien has definitely been struggling to respond to it and kind of try and get an opportunity.
Yeah, these are some good
Score.
breakout passes, too, for the Wreckers. They're getting the whistles, but a turnover. Dogavitas on the near side. The sophomore goes back to the junior, Sophie Beach. Taking over the role that Kate Bogdan had last year. Who now is playing club field hockey at the University of Georgia. Kate also a former DAF Media member. On the far side, Darien trying to work their way back towards Knesset and that Staples net.
Staples is definitely testing this Darien defense.
They're threatening
right now.
a diving stop from Haggany to get out there and disrupt the play. Great job from Tess Haggany.
It definitely some tension between both these teams right now.
Like we mentioned, they play each other a lot. They haven't lost to anyone else, both of them, in at least 3 years. Not a single other team in the state of Connecticut has beaten one of these teams besides the other. Both teams, again, losing very good players. Staples losing a top 15 player in the country in Sophie Fidalgo, now playing at Duke.
Dogavitas once again for Darien, trying to find someone, and she'll pass it back to Beach. Beach to Schneegberger.
Some good breakout passes for Darien. Now to Bach.
There's some very good ball movement by Darien. But it'll look like it'll be a foot from Bach. But I think Darien definitely needs to have some more successful ball movement, as it's been picked up by Staples a lot of times this game, and that's how they've kind of been successful in getting into Darien's half.
Yeah, Darien was threatening and attacking well to start this quarter, but now it's been mostly Staples. Look at Larrett work her way inside. Leah Larrett backing up, trying to force a foot. Might have gotten it. Larrett inside again. Larrett testing Haggany. Off Haggany. Another chance. Haggany on the floor, lifting it over.
Schneeberger will block it.
What a defensive stop from DHS. Haggany coming way out to try to kick that one away. Might be out of position. She's far out again. It's nerve-wracking, but Staples draws a corner. Everyone will catch their breath. But Haggany, after making some nice saves, is going to have to make another here if they want to keep the deficit at none.
Yeah, I think it'll be really crucial for Darien in this half to kind of stay marked up on their girls. There are a lot of open Staples girls in their circle, which you do not want, especially with such a threatening team like Staples with really good offense.
Absolutely. There's Sirasulo bringing it in. They scored in the last corner. Larrett's going to try the same thing. Haggany comes up strong this time. Ledenko looking for a reverse hit. Defender who doesn't see a lot of shots on net. Darien looking to go on a counterattack. They have numbers.
Gromelski to Welch. Welch looking for someone. Can she stay with it? She can. She's looking for possibly Bach.
A drive in there.
Chetty.
Knesset's trying to kick it away. She can't successfully. And Staples will swipe it out. Good job by Paige Knesset that time to pounce on it, get it out of there. Less than 4.5 minutes to go. I thought Welch was going to pass out there with the numbers. They had a 3-on-2, it looked like. 3 Darien offensive players, only 2 Staples defenders. I would like to see a pass to the middle and a pass to the left. Make those Staples defenders switch up their momentum.
Yeah,
Still had a shot on net, though.
Yeah, it kind of looked like she tried to do that, but I think Staples might have gone a stick on it, and so she had to continue to run. But a very good play for Darien. Definitely will give them some confidence to try and make some plays. And looks like, again, it'll be Franchetti down the sideline
Julian
to Bach.
Franchetti, yep, going over to a fellow junior, Bach.
Bach looking for something.
Both committed to play D1 in different sports. Bach for field hockey at Boston College. Good drive there from the Wreckers, clearing that one out of there. And Franchetti at Villanova for lacrosse.
The ball will go out around the 25-yard line. It'll be Dogovitis to insert it.
Goes backwards towards Beach. Libby Meyer, the sophomore.
Duart on the sideline.
Duart using that track speed.
Couldn't find Kromelski, but she still got it.
Anna Duart and many others. Remember that Rudin Report top 15 players to watch with Mary Stevens and Leah Larrett Staples. Paige Konesic as well. And Adriana Gromelski. On her own Darien side, and Shannon Bach to round it off. Staples trying to get past midfield. They're unsuccessful in doing so.
There'll be a timeout from Darien.
Timeout should stop the clock here with 2:10 left to play before the fourth and final quarter. So Leah Larrett able to tie it up at 1 each. Some strong defense. Staples kind of dominating possession this time. Good adjustments by head coach Ian Tapsall, but some scary counterattacks from Darien. That last line of defense coming up big for the Wreckers.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how Darien comes out of this timeout and see if there's any changes in players or just kind of how they're playing. I think it'll definitely be crucial for them to kind of find a new kind of energy and just trying to find the gaps between the Staples team, which Staples has definitely been doing to them, just kind of finding, the gaps between the Darien players and kind of where they aren't on the field, which will be definitely crucial to change. And I think their defense definitely needs to focus on marking up within the circle, which has been a problem this game for them and is a reason why Staples has found success in their half.
Well, if anyone is going to beat either of these teams, it would be the other. Of course, Staples breaking Darien's long-time unbeaten streak and doing so in the state championship. They played Darien twice that same year, losing to them in the regular season and the FCIAC championship, but then coming up clutch when it mattered the most.
It does not look like there will be any substitutions for either team. It'll be Duart.
Darien, midfield. A good takeaway that time from Katie Larrett.
Yeah, once again, Staples doing what they do best. And
Good speed from the freshman.
Yeah, intercepting those passes and using it to their advantage and kind of getting a quick start.
There's
Darien.
Larrett again. Her sister scored in this game. Ogle's able to save it before it goes out.
Bach trying to do something.
In her own end.
She'll succeed.
Franchetti's in front of her. We'll see if she goes up that way. Going to reverse now. Takes a hard tumble. No whistle. Staples fighting for it. Again, that strong defensive pressure just coming together. And wherever the ball is, trying to put that Darien player in a chokehold anywhere they are. Katie Larrett has some space. She's going to go up for Stevens, and the pass is too far. 1:05 left.
Good aerial by Dogovitis. But it'll look like it'll be Staples' ball.
No call that time on Daisy Hackett as the sticks collided.
Bach again with the ball. She'll find Franchetti at the 10-yard line.
Good break up pass. Darien needs something fast. Ziegler, a stick on it. Smartly swipes it out of bounds. 30 seconds left.
Ogle looking for someone in the circle. Using really good skills to kind of get around those Staples defenders, and it'll be a Darien corner. And it'll be Bach once again to insert for Darien.
No changes on either side for who's inserting. It's been Bach for Darien and Cirasulo for Staples. This will end the third quarter. But like I mentioned, we won't hear the horn. I mean, we may hear the horn. We do. That does not mean this quarter is over, however. It only ends when Staples makes a stop or Darien scores. And we could do this an infinite amount of times before one of those things happens.
Beach
going to try it. Knesset with a block out front. Gromelski, another one, and it's wide left. And that will end the quarter. Staples gets their get back, courtesy of Leah Larrett, to end the third. The final 15 minutes coming up on the DAF Media Network in 2 minutes.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Joined alongside Catherine Vander Ziamo and Heffron. Start of the fourth quarter here. Gromelski going to lift it towards the Wrecker side to get things started. The way this game is shaping up, we could definitely see some overtime.
Yeah, Darien putting on that pressure right away.
Wrecker's trying to get on the attack. Stevens flicks it up towards, I believe that's Hackett, and it is Daisy Hackett, the three-sport athlete. Katie Larrett has it pickpocketed by Ogle, a good defensive play from the junior on the wave side.
Perfectly placed to Gromelski. Gromelski trying to find Franchetti.
Too far, Knesset's got to kick it. She struggles with it, then dives, and will get the call on a little bit of contact, near disaster.
Wow.
As Knesset missed the kick, but was able to dive and force Wrecker possession.
That was almost a very dangerous moment for that Staples defense. Definitely a change of play by Darien in this quarter. Putting that pressure on and just kind of almost finding success on that last play. That was definitely very scary for Staples.
And Knesset's got to get that out of her head for the rest of this one. Here's Ogle. Ledengo in her own end. We'll stay with Darien here. A free hit from just outside the circle. Meyer going to send it in. Rolling, hit out.
Fine
Duart.
Duart.
Gromelski trying to shovel it towards the net.
Franchetti trying to do something. It'll be Bach.
Defense getting the sticks down. Good job from the Wreckers. But it looks like a foot was called, and we'll get a corner. Can't stand there for too long, or else that's going to happen. Got to get the ball away.
Yeah, Darien definitely waking up from that last quarter and kind of with this new energy. And once again, it'll be Bach for Darien to insert. To Duart.
Bach put it in. Duart's going to try it.
Off
It's
the
deflected out
stick.
front. Here's Beach. Beach can't get it past the Wreckers, so we'll do it again. That ball sails wide. Shot would not have counted anyways. Finds itself in the other field hockey goal back there.
It'll be Ogle to insert for Darien, a changeup in this game for them.
It's for the first time, and Shannon Bach is coming off the field as well. She's on her way to the bench, which is very interesting here. Maybe give her a breather. Oh, looks like maybe a last-minute switch.
Yeah, another one.
It's going to be Libby Meyer. First year on varsity for her. She'll insert to Gromelski. Gromelski, a high lift. Knesset
Just
couldn't get a stick on it, but it goes too far anyways. Wreckers get the stop. Because no, these two teams also facing off in football next month. First time they've done that in a few years' time. Being in different classes, Darien in L, and Staples in double L. Four minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Free hit from the 40.
Duart trying to flick the ball.
Stevens trying to get around Dogovitis. Some good moves from Mary
Wow.
Stevens. The Georgetown commit looking for a pass out front, and it puts it in. Gets it by Tess Hagany.
What a great play by Staples.
The Wreckers go up 2-1 with 10.5 to go. A great job from Stevens getting into the circle. I couldn't quite see who finished it off.
See it in the replay.
It was number 2, Daisy Hackett, the sister of Alex Hackett, who's playing lacrosse and field hockey at Dickinson. Daisy also donning her sister's number 2 jersey. Thank you for our director, instant replay, and graphics coordinator, Lucas Balanzano, in the press box for giving us that one. Much thanks to him in there. Daisy Hackett does score the goal, and that's a big one.
Franchetti just stole that ball away, looking for something to respond to Staples.
There's Stevens. And that was a great play. It was a great shot by Daisy Hackett, but again, an amazing play by Mary Stevens to work her way along that end line and connect on the pass. Here's out front for Knesset. Knesset diving around.
Duart will pick it up. Darien trying to respond to that Staples goal.
Knesset making some acrobatic stops in front of the net. And Staples gets possession back. Low lift here from the Wreckers. Not exactly what they were trying to do. Duart winds up. That drive doesn't go very far. Meyer cuts that pass off. Leah Lara fighting for it. A little too aggressive, foul called. Darien keeps. Poking it down for Franchetti. It goes wide. Meloladenko, second-year starter, will get a free position after this timeout. Catherine, Darien is down right now after leading 1-0. Clock stops at 8:54. What do the Blue Wave have to do to put one back in the net?
I think it's going to be really important for them to not keep on giving away these kind of easy passes. They seem to kind of just be either having really like a lack of power in some of their passes, which has been really easy for the Staples team to kind of pick up and give themselves kind of like a head start on attacking them and kind of catching them off their balance. Or they've been too strong of passes and kind of not utilizing an opportunity well. So I think definitely fixing that and kind of just having some good ball movement, kind of, taking a deep breath, kind of passing it through the back, kind of letting their defenders kind of find the open space for them, and having junior Sophie Beach as a sweep, just kind of making those decisions as a part of her position, just kind of finding those open gaps for her teammates and kind of starting that attack. I think it'll definitely just start, like with Darien's defense and kind of making sure that they're marked up in the circle and that they're kind of blocking off those spaces for Staples to attack and kind of find the back of the goal and kind of helping their goalie out. Tess Hagney has definitely had a lot of moments where she's kind of finding herself alone versus these Staples attackers. And Staples has just done a really good job this second half, kind of finding the weaknesses within this Darien team and kind of utilizing it to their advantage by getting 2 goals and creating a lead for themselves. So these next 9 minutes for Darien are going to be really crucial, utilizing a lot of their upperclassmen, their juniors and seniors, especially senior Anna Duart, the captain, along the sideline. She's been really good for finding those open spaces for Darien. I think it'll be important to kind of have her take the lead and kind of try and help this very young team use their strengths. And we'll see Shannon Bach is now back on the field for Darien. It'll just roll out, but they're starting off strong in this after their timeout.
Yeah, that one going just wide. You heard it here first. Catherine Vanderzee with the explanation. Very well done here. Out front, again, look for the reverse hit.
Oh.
Gromelski gets cut off by Leah Larrett. A great defensive play, maybe a goal-saving play. Larrett turns it over.
Ogle trying to do something. Larrett again on the defense.
Ogle at the 10. A lot of white shirts to get around here. Doubling. Going back to Dogavitas. A great defensive play. A possible breakaway here.
Beach on her own, defending.
Daisy Hackett had the go-ahead goal, giving it away to Stevens, who had the assist on that goal. Stevens trying to save it before it reaches the end line, and she can't do it.
What a great run by Libby Meyer, getting there to kind of defend, getting back. I mean, great speed from her. Darien definitely turning on the heat, and Staples. Just
the sophomore Meyer with a great defensive play. Going up to Bach now. There's a danger for Darien that time, and now they have to get it out of their own end.
Oh, it looked like some stick grabbing.
Bach and Cirasillo, I was just about to say, getting a little physical there.
Yeah, definitely very heated between these two teams. I mean, they do have a very strong history with each other. Rival teams for field hockey, and it's definitely showing right now in this last 7 minutes of the game.
Staples has won the past 4 matchups for Darien, dating back to the state championship 2 years ago. Then they won all 3 matchups last year, 5-2 in the regular season, 3-2 in overtime in the FCIAC championship on a goal from Sophie Fidalgo, who we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, and then 5-2 again in the state championship. Darien, that's Sydney Johnson, the senior. First time we're calling her name tonight.
Yeah, she's trying to have something, but it looks like Staples once again will take it off of the sticks of Darien.
And that's something that they've excelled at in this second half. Certainly been a big difference. That pass from Leah Larrett. She was looking for her younger sister, but could not connect. It's the first field hockey game under the lights as well. for Darien. It is also their first home game in 2 weeks. After playing Greenwich on the 11th, they played at St. Joe's with a 10-0 victory at Wilton, and that was a 0-0 tie, and then beat Ward 5-0 away before going to the tournament in Pennsylvania like we talked about before. Shiwei Dogavidas going in. Drive not able to pierce through. That one glances off Dogavidas' stick. Another one for Hackett, but Beach with a great defensive play.
A great job by Beach on that one. That could have gone very poorly for Darien.
Another near breakaway for the junior Daisy Hackett.
Ogle for Darien, trying to change things up for them and find something. But once again, Staples will intercept Darien's pass and try and make a fast break towards Darien's goal.
Ava Pattinson, the freshman, reading the Darien offense like a book. With 5 minutes left, Staples going to try to cushion this lead.
Yeah, Staples has just really excelled at intercepting these passes from Darien this game, and I think it'll definitely be something that the Darien team will have to work on for the rest of their season, because this will definitely cause future problems for them against other tough matchups this season.
Yeah, like we mentioned, both these teams losing very good players, Tyla Osgen and Sophie Fidalgo, and Emma Larrett for Staples, and then the Liddell twins and Kate Bach for Darien. So the FCIAC is really kind of up in the air. Of course, Darien tying to Wilton is something we have not seen at all in recent years. Like I mentioned, Staples the only non-Connecticut team, or excuse me, the only Connecticut team to beat Darien in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I think the FCIAC is definitely in a kind of rebuilding area. A lot of really strong younger players, and seems to be kind of making almost like a switch out of teams.
And Staples and Darien proving to still be a top-tier matchup.
Gromelski finding the ball.
Gromelski with a beautiful poke to keep it on her stick. Adriana Gromelski has it taken away. You got to get it out here if you're Staples.
She got it back. Looking for something.
What a run from Gromelski enforcing the corner.
Great job by Gromelski. Definitely being a great playmaker for the Darien team. Will they now be successful on this corner? It looks like it'll possibly be Bach to insert, and it will be.
They're going back to Bach after going with Ogle the last few times. 3 minutes left. The clock is winding down. This is a huge opportunity for Darien to tie this game up.
Yeah, will they be successful? Looks like it'll go to... Oh, a trick play. It'll go all the way out to Meyer. Meyer
going to try to get a tap with Gromelski.
Just wide.
That's something that we see a lot. Gromelski tipping the ball out front of the goaltender. Something that Staples most likely worked on at practices. Gromelski dangerous out in the circle, tipping the ball, redirecting it past the goaltender. That one, lucky for the Wreckers, going just wide. But a great trick play call had us confused up here too,
yeah.
Catherine. Going back to Libby Meyer instead of Athena Ogle or Anna Dewart. 2 minutes and some change left with Staples on the attack. Try not to be too aggressive here, make any unforced errors.
Ava Welch in the middle. She'll hit it.
That one is intercepted by Stevens. Or excuse me, that's Katie Larrett. The freshman making a big play for the Wreckers right now with under 2 minutes left to go.
Trying to clear it. Bach will find it.
Ball squirts away to the junior and the future Boston College Division I player.
Ava Welch on the sideline. He'll just get knocked out, but it'll still be Darien ball. It'll be Duart to take it in on that right sideline for Darien.
90 seconds remain, and that one's taken away by Staples. They're going to try to hold this one. Bach approaching from behind. Good stick handling from Emily Russell. She'll smartly go back. Darien's going to look to apply pressure. Staples can't make any mistakes. That one hits off the
Franchetti.
knee of Juliana Franchetti. She's feeling that one. It's Audrey Ziegler going back to Ledenko. Ledenko across a bouncing ball. Got to be careful with it.
Good pressure from Darien.
Taya Osgin had it taken away. Gromelski.
Gromelski really putting the pressure on these defenders.
Less than a minute to go. Here's Gromelski getting away to Bach. Bach down low, whiffs on it. And now we'll have a corner. And it will look like it will be a corner perhaps to end this game.
Darien is kind of in a situation where this might be their last opportunity this game to kind of tie it up with Staples and come away without a loss.
Darien needs to score right now if they want a chance to win this game. This is not like soccer. We will not go to a tie. Force overtime here. Shannon Bach will insert. Still 20 seconds left. We'll see what they do.
Bach to Beach.
Beach looking for Gromelski. Goes wide. Welch is there. Gromelski out front again. Looking for the reverse hit. Dribbling out in front. Knesic getting down. It squirts away. They'll do it again. Another penalty corner. Time expires.
Yeah.
The game will end if Staples makes a stop. The game will continue if Darien puts one in the net.
It'll be Bach again to insert.
Bach going from the other side. Bach from the far side.
To Ogle.
Getting into
hitting
Ogle.
it
Ogle, a bouncing ball.
air.
Gromelski. She can't get it cleanly on her stick. She recovers.
Kept it in the circle. Play still continues.
Hits it up along the end line. Staples getting the sticks down. No whistles.
Another corner. And this Darien team is fighting to keep this ball in the circle. If Staples is successful at clearing it outside of the circle, the game will end. So they're definitely focused on just kind of keeping it in that space, which is very difficult with such a strong team like Staples.
We'll do it for the third time here. No difference on the insertion. It is Shannon Bach. Bring it in. Beach has it. Beach looking low. Connects on the pass. Out front again. Looking for Gromelski. It's batted away. Staples going to swipe it. And time expires. Staples will take the W. 3 straight corner stops.
Yeah, what a great job by that Staples defense. That could have gone one or two ways for them, and they seem very happy with how it ended. And a great job by those defenders, for sure.
Came up time and time again. Goalie Paige Knesic making save after save. Only letting in one with shot after shot, but it was Adriana Gromelski scoring the first one, and then Leah Larrett and Daisy Hackett combining for 2 unanswered goals from the Wreckers. And that will do it 2-1 the final here at Darien High School. The first loss in the FCIAC for Darien this year. Staples remains undefeated both in state and out of state. No worries for the Wreckers. They win their 5th straight against the Blue Wave, and these teams will most definitely meet in the postseason. I can confidently say that based off what I saw today.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I'm Owen Heffron, joined alongside Catherine Vanderzee. We thank everyone on this DAF Media crew and our head advisor, Damian Andrew, as well. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday night. The Staples Wreckers beat the Darien Blue Wave 2-1. A strong defensive game. Tune in tomorrow. Darien football takes a trip up north to play Massac. Myself and Charlie Warnock on that call. We hope that you can tune in. Have a great rest of your night, and if we don't see you tomorrow, a great weekend.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.